As we have the opportunity to speak with customers, key decision makers like yourself, with responsibility for maximizing and increasing productivity of your operations, we hear about the challenges that you face with the rental process. In fact, these three numbers tell a story about the need for increased visibility and accountability, streamlined processes, and cost control and reduction through the entire rental process. In a survey conducted by Texas A&M University, 82% of industrial and commercial firms acknowledge that an increase in rental utilization would directly result in an increased operational return on investment. However, in that same survey, 46% of the key decision makers acknowledge they do not track rental utilization. Research conducted by RSC in the last several years shows that 24% of all rental contracts go past their expected due date. And of that 24%, it's an average of 15 days. Leaders like yourself tell us how rental is affecting short and long-term strategies. Here's another way to look at it. Our customers tell us there are many different factors that impact the rental scenario. These include decentralization. While a necessary element to many organizations, decentralized processes can create challenges in rental management. Varying systems are utilized to manage your equipment needs. Multiple employees are enlisted to order equipment. Multiple vendors are utilized to help you with your equipment needs. And various crafts that require the right tools and equipment at the right time. What are the results of all of these factors affecting the rental scenario? Organizations routinely rent too much equipment. Rental duplication occurs, which leads to wasted resources across projects. Second, equipment is typically kept for too long past its expected due date, which increases your cost associated with rental. Finally, there's excessive complexity involved in rental management. Employees enlist a number of different systems such as sticky notes and spreadsheets in an attempt to manage the rental process. In fact, we hear from customers about excessive swivel time, which vividly describes an administrator that swivels from a manual process in a computer system in an effort to manage rentals. What are the results? The end result of too much, too long, and too complex is excessive rental cost, excessive time spent managing the rental process, and the reduced productivity of your most precious asset, the people that are trying to manage this chaos. This, at best, can be described as a reactive, fragmented approach. puts your organization at risk. The greatest risk is not knowing how this reactive process today affects future goals. Effectively getting from today to the desired level of future operational excellence is affected by equipment management. Failure to move away from this reactive approach limits the growth trajectory of your organization. So how do some companies choose to deal with these risks? They focus on price as a way to manage their equipment process. They seek the lowest line item price and perceive the most advantageous terms in an effort to manage rentals. When in fact, price can be attributed to only 1/6 of the financial impact of truly facing the issues of too much, too long, and too complex. So in other words, by managing your rental process, by looking primarily at the initial price, you send your company into the abyss. Customers are choosing to work with RSC to find a better way to bridge the gap from today to the future that they wish to achieve. They recognize that rental affects employee productivity, employee engagement, and overall project success. Only by working with RSC can you achieve your organizational goals. Let's look at those goals and how best-in-class organizations are choosing to work with RSC. The first goal is that of improved visibility and accountability. What if your team had insight into all the aspects of the rental process? With tools such as RSC's Total Control, you will have unparalleled visibility management, functionality to optimize your rental process. You can reduce rental redundancies and late rental returns. And with RSC's management by exception strategy, you can focus on actionable data with criteria that you define to empower you and your organization to make the best strategic decisions possible. Some companies even leverage GPS technology. The second goal is that of streamlined operations and processes. What if you had a partner in managing the rental process effectively? With RSC's managed services strategy, you will have a dedicated advocate that is intimately familiar with you and your organization's processes. You will have the right equipment and tools necessary to maximize productivity. And most importantly, a partner in maintaining a safe and efficient working environment for you and every member of your team. The third goal is that of cost control and cost reduction. What if you had the right tools and the right strategy to impact your organization's overall effectiveness, cost, and return on investment? With customized scorecards and key performance indicators that are benchmarked against industry standards, you and your team will be empowered to operate at the highest level of efficiency. You can have customized data that will validate and justify rental process, and most importantly, actionable data to make future decisions. Companies are choosing to work with RSC to achieve these goals. We refer to this strategy as RSC consumption management. And companies such as yourself, while this might be an unfamiliar premise, it is a new strategy that companies such as yourself are utilizing to magnify savings 6 times that of the initial price. And you can only accomplish this through working with RSC. By having the right tools and strategy with streamlined processes that drive cost savings, that's the heart of consumption management. And it's the bridge that crosses the gap from today to the future that positively impacts your organization. So if you want to truly align, all of the factors associated with equipment rental, if you want to move from a reactive, fragmented process to a true, proactive, repeatable rental program, and if you want to replace risk with success, the only clear path is to work with RSC. This is what best-in-class organizations are choosing to do. The combined power of you and RSC will take your company to unparalleled operational success. A major oil and gas company made the decision to work with RSC to improve their overall strategy. These three numbers tell a story about that success. This company achieved a 35% increase in rental utilization on key items. While at the same time achieving 28% decrease in rental spend. And they did this in 3 months working with RSC. Let's talk about how you and RSC can work together to achieve similar results. So, what do you think? Where do you want to go from here?